Well. Look who finally showed up around here. Let's do a recap. It's October 2020. Knee deep into the prismatic Kickstarter, which I kind of organized to show myself that yes, despite everything going on, despite not having a publishing date for Blessed, despite no conventions, I can still make something. Highest anxiety, tremendous everyday thinking. It will make the goal. I am such a negative person sometimes. However, it did make the goal, by the way. If it also funded the coloring book and Witchtober book, and it's all so gorgeous. So thank you all for your support. Back to the setting. I'm also making the Witchtober illustrations because despite planning that I will finish them earlier, I kept taking longer and longer, and I was recording them at the same time. So I finished the last of the 12 Zodiac girls. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take a couple of days to continue with the rest of the list because the Kickstarter's taking a lot of promotion and planning. I start working on the rest of the list. So I kind of didn't record the rest because I was trying to finish them so quickly and everything that I kind of forgot, and then it was halfway done, and now I did finish all the illustrations. They're all inside the Witchtober 2020 book, but I did not record them. Anyway, winter begins. I make the decision of not traveling to my country of origin to visit my family because of, what we all know. So that is another thing that I get really down about. But hey, at least I will have time to edit the final Zodiac videos, right? Look, all I'm trying to say here is I suck, everything sucks. But at least we'll have all 12 of the girls' videos. Which, you can also see them already on my TikTok and Instagram. But I am a completist. So I'm gonna finish them before anything else. And that is kinda brings me to how do we continue? How do we continue with art or anything else that we poured all our energy and love into? How do you climb up out of that hole and start working on it again? And I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't know how it happens every time I do it. I will get my moments where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stop trying. I don't wanna do anything anymore. I'm tired. I'll never get where I want to be. I'm just not that good. And even when I'm thinking that, I'm like, I better start working on that new project that I really wanted to work on, or I better finish this because I really want to see it done. So I don't know, I guess that there's just something in my desire to create that outweighs everything else. Even when I'm like, okay, I'll take a little break because everything is just negative, I still find myself thinking about creating something. So that's why I'm gonna finish these Zodiac videos despite anything and despite everything. But to make these all match the other videos, the other Zodiac videos, let's go over the tools one more time. Canson marker paper, and I'm using the Crayola tracing pad to transfer the sketch to the art paper. I've sketched them out on the computer because I really enjoy doing it this way better. I can erase without putting strain on my wrist, which has some issues. You can flip the image in the computer to make sure that it's all okay, and you can resize it to any size when printing. I'm using red pentel lead. I really like using color lead because when you draw really light, you sometimes don't even need to erase, and it kind of adds some warmth to the illustration. I've used Copic multiliners to ink and also some Sakura Micron for the inner lines. Now, these characters, I first designed them on the computer, where you don't have any limitation on color, except those kind of like self-imposed ones, like Oh, I don't know, I'll only use pastel colors. So I grabbed a bunch of my brown Copic markers to find the one that matched her skin tone the best. By looking at these markers, I think you can really appreciate the different undertones these colors have by comparing them to each other. I'll try some of the colors on her neck and shoulders to make sure it looked how I wanted it. I did get a little bit nervous when her leg looked so streaky, but I know the ink needs to settle before we can really say it's like, oh my god, this is ruined. And honestly, if it ends up looking a little bit streaky, I can always fix it on the computer, because I'm gonna be taking photos in lieu of scanning. I don't scan my illustrations anymore. I find that taking a photo has way better results than using a scanner, at least a cheap scanner. So all of these are going to be in the Witchtober 2020 book, so I will have to do scanning and post-editing. I ended up doing the color in like 2 layers to get the tone that I really wanted, and I'm using a neon pink and a darker pink pencils for her blush. For her blush. Her hair is basically a mane of fire, because she's Leo. I needed to darken the line art, however, as the brown was being a little bit overpowered by the markers, but that just adds up to the contrast and makes it really pop out. Next up, I'll be using a Signo white pen for all the white highlights and details. For flower is the marigold, and I'm using 3 yellow-orange markers to draw in layers to create the depth of the petals. I always let the marker ink dry before going over with the white gel pen, otherwise it'll just kind of like skate over it. I do a gold glittery outline around Leo and draw the constellation behind her. Love how she turned out, and I hope you like her too. I'll be posting the rest of the Zodiac Witchtober girls before trying those little bit of different videos, maybe more reviews. I really enjoy making the reviews. It's just that I want to focus it kind of a little bit more. I have some ideas and I hope I can put them into videos. So make sure to check my Instagram for more art and Patreon for my monthly cutie mail club. Hope to see you next time. Ciao, ciao.